Hey everybody, well, it's starting to be March and made a little challenge. I don't know if anybody's gonna join, but the rag 'em up challenge. Your DIY rags, the ones you like, ones you wanna show off. There's my fan wrap. You send me extra slaps, they go on here. That's my subscriber rack, 12 shotter. Alright, there's a little 3-shot if you seen the short. Yeah, they're all, some of them repurposed tubes, some of them are bought tubes. I just do the fiberglass because I barely shoot. I mean, they might get used once or twice, 3 times a year or something. So, but I didn't want to just talk about doing just racks and, stuff like that because not everybody shoots cans, you know what I mean? So I wanted to show off some other stuff here. If you saw the one video of me in a spinner, this is it. A little spinner stand. I even put a little box so you can put a remote in there and use a remote starter. But little spinners, you just nail them on here wherever and spin them off. On the end there, I put a hook for like those Chinese, those lamps and whatnot. Whatever hangs, or if you want to do a strip of crackers from the ground up. And then these holes here, I put these in, that's concrete down there. These holes here, for bottle rockets or big rockets. You can put them in. Oh, there went that lid. Anyway. So, and then I figure, a spinner rack. You can show anything. Here's if you saw the post, here's my Roman candle rack. I just recycle whatever, so it's all together. But, some pipes for some rockets or bottle rockets. It's only a foot, so bottle rockets could go in there. Shoot a bunch of them off at a time. Got some legs on, just 2x4, and then, I think this is a 2x2, and then some like 5/8 trim wood. And then these slats, I forget where they came from. I think like a bed or something I had to tear apart. Keep the wood, it's always good. Yeah, it's a muddy shithole around here. And then this one, this is my fountain rag. People said they liked it, wanted to copy it, you can go right ahead. It's 2x2 legs, 2x2, support leg down there. One by something to brace to keep the legs apart, of course. And then you got the shelf in here. You can use the 2x2s in here or whatever, 2x2s on the leg. And then just made a platform. I made a hardwood, but you probably do plywood or whatever. So, that's that. Pretty much basic. I got the plate on the other side there. But other than that. And then, I figured, a lot of people just like shooting cakes. Little 200s, whatever. This is a cake box. So, the short ones here, the 2x6s, they're a foot. This is 15 inches. So 12 inches, 15 inches. You get a nice 12-inch hole inside. You just put your cake in, your little 200 in the corner, light the fuse. You can put 2 of them, one here, one there, light the fuses. However you want to do it, or if it's a bigger cake. Usually bigger cakes you don't have to worry about. These are like the little, 8s, 9s, tall ones, stupid ones, are gonna fall over. Quick to build, some scraps. You could build it out 2x4s, just, 2x4, 2x4. Just something to give it some weight so it don't fall over. But this here is pretty heavy. I got a couple pounds to her to keep the cake up. Now, some people shoot off plywood. I wanted to show you my cake board. I do have a cake plywood board all set up. Got, 2-inch holes for 10 tubes if I want to put cans in there or not. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's been used a few times, The first time I actually built it and used it, I screwed the tubes. I didn't have the holes up here yet, so I screwed the tubes to the plywood and just shot them off there. That was in like New Year's of 2005. That was funny. But moving on. So the next one I want to talk about here, let me move this out of the way. It's pretty easy to carry because I got that little piece of plywood in the middle holding the arch up. So, pretty easy to carry like that. Alright. Let's talk about the little box and then we'll get to this big purple thing, pink thing. Another cake box just for multiple cakes. You can put it in a line and shoot them off. Yeah, I had a fire in it. But it's still solid, it's just burnt, whatever. I mean, it's scrap wood, it's not like I'm crying over it. Got one bias in here to build the corners and then just put a piece inside to, keep them falling over. You could probably stick some Romans in here if you wanted. Some fat Romans, same thing on that edge. Got the legs for more support, just in case one bucks a little too hard. And then you got this little divider wall if you need that to add support into a corner or something. If you have one like just dead middle, one in the corner, at least you can have a little support to them. One of my trippy, New Year's trippy video, I don't know, not too many down. The one I used this, and the funny thing is I didn't see the fire. Didn't see anything glowing or whatever. We all went inside, come back out, look in the yard, there's a little cake on fire. It was just a little barrage cake, it wasn't nothing major. And then I'm gonna talk about the rocket rack. So this is for rockets, obviously. Got big holes. I put 3/4 inch holes in here, so there wasn't nothing pinching. You can see I did make small holes, but they weren't really working. And these holes were kind of tight, so I just made bigger ones around it. It's still solid, but it's covered in holes. I think I can put like 50 rockets in here if I wanted to. And then this is my little hookup. Got wire go to remove, and then you got two over here, so you can have sponge them up, put a bunch in one, put a bunch in the other, and they'll all go off at the same time. They're not separated. But the cool part about this one, I got a little stand for the shorter rockets, so shorter rockets won't touch the ground. It got a little stand in it. But I wanted to show you this end. There we go. I took a hard to do with one hand, but I took this 6-inch piece of pipe. Home Depot, whatever. It was like 2 foot. I cut it in half. But this little thing, you look down there, see a little hole. You know how you got the Roman candles, the big 600 shots, and they got that little spiky cone on the bottom. You better just stick it around, but there ain't no way that's gonna happen. You stick that down in that hole down there, which I know it looks rough, but you stick it in that hole, and then it rests in here. You don't have to worry about it falling over or anything. It is slightly in an angle, so it would shoot forward a little bit, but it works out pretty good. But I just wanted to show you some of my odds off of, just regular can racks, because, not everybody shoots cans. And just give everybody some ideas. You can make this out of, Home Depot. They sell slats for, you can bundle of 8 for, I don't know, $10 or maybe 20 by now, who knows. But you get a bundle of slides, you know, of 8 slides, 8 foot long, and you can make rags all day long. I mean, you can do whatever you want with them. A couple 2x3s, you know, and that's all you really need. 2x3s and the slats, and you can make as many of these kind of racks you want to make. But I usually use scrap. I do home improvement stuff, so there's always scraps and there's always stupid pieces. So I build what I can build. But thanks for watching. I hope everybody else puts up. I don't really see it as a challenge calling people out, but I mean, you know, if you want, you know, I hope everybody does just participates and just put up your videos, man. You don't have to be called out. Don't feel left out. Somebody don't know your name. You see this video, put out your racks. Let's see what you got. You know, don't ever hide. I got more in the shed, but a couple more. You know, the other Woofy rack. You seen the video of that, and if you want to see the other racks I got, there's a short 4 racks. So all my racks in that bin, really. So go ahead and check that out. You'll see the old rocket horse, but this is the new improvement. So hope everybody had a good day. It's a beautiful day out today. It's nice and warm here. So I hope you all had a good day. And I will talk to you soon. Thanks for the support. Give it a like, hopefully. You know, give me some love. Thanks, and subscribe, and have a good day. Bye.